Hello, hello, hello. I'm Liv Thick, and today I'll be showing you how to create this delicious cheat meal of pan-seared potatoes and onions. And also, I'll be showing you some herbs from my garden that I grew that I'll be adding to this dish as well. So here's the finished product of the pan-seared potatoes and onions with the additional herbs. And I'm just going to show you how I put this all together. So first things first, boil some russet potatoes and make sure that you can stick a fork through them. That's how you'll know that they're done. And then you're going to dice them into 1-inch cubes. Now you can leave the skin on the potato, or if you prefer, you can take the skin off the potatoes. It just depends on what you desire. Now set those potatoes to the side and we're going to move on to our onions. Now dice up some onions and add those to a skillet with some olive oil in it and just pan sear those to your own liking. Once those onions have finished pan searing, you're going to add those 1-inch cube potatoes into the pan with your onions. You can add whatever seasonings you'd like to add to this dish, but here are the seasonings that I chose to use for my pan-seared potatoes. And while those potatoes are pan-searing with the onions, let's go grab some herbs from my garden, specifically basil and cilantro, and also fresh green onions. Now that those potatoes and onions are done pan searing, let's just add in some of those chopped herbs of basil and cilantro. Now you don't need to add very much because they have very bold flavors, so don't overdo it here. Go ahead and chop up those fresh green onions and we're going to add them to our potatoes on a plate. I hope you all have enjoyed this video and this recipe. This is definitely a family favorite. My grandmother used to make this for breakfast and I always enjoyed it. Funny story, my grandmother used to cook these and she'd have them sitting on the stove, and I'd go in the kitchen and I'd, peek around the corner to make sure that, no one was around, and I'd get me some of those potatoes. And one day my grandmother caught me, and let me tell you, she told me, if you don't get yourself out of my potatoes. And she told me, if you want some, just ask for some. So from there on out, I just asked for the potatoes. My grandmother, she gave them to me. And that's just a funny story that I can recall from my childhood days. And did some crazy things as a kid, but hey, it's nice to reminisce. So once again, I hope you've enjoyed this recipe. Happy eating.
I'm Liv Thick. Thank you for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and remember, every body is beautiful.